Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Welcome to WIUR Radio, where I'm your host, Ernest Patti, and this is your Yankees update. Last night, the Bronx Bombers took home a massive win against the Minnesota Twins. New York Yankees 10, Minnesota 5 on the road. And we're going to give you the highlights, and we're going to talk about the Yankees' upcoming season. And we're just going to chat, have fun, and welcome. Trent Grisham last night went 2 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, including a pivotal 5-run fourth inning that broke the 2-2 tie. Cody Bellinger went 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs, and Aaron Judge went 3 for 4, raising his major league batting average to 329. Jason Dominguez and Ryan McMahon each contributed an RBI themselves. For a pitching summary, the Luis Heel started the game, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned over 4 2/3 innings, while Fernando Cruz earned the win with a 1 1/3 scoreless inning relief. Luke Weaver and Delvin Williams also came in to help the Yanks, and Camilo Doval closed out the game to secure the 10-5 victory. Next up, we're going to play a clip from Aaron Boone on how the Yankees felt after the game.
Live from New York,
Yeah, obviously 2 great nights offensively, starting with Grish at the top, just, having 2 big nights, Judge, doing his thing all over the bases, and just a lot of really big contributions. Finished off with a belly bomb tonight. So just really good offense. Yeah, obviously 2.
You can hear that Aaron Boone was very satisfied with the Yanks win, as well as Trent Grisham after the game had some words on how he performed and how the rest of the team did.
I don't know. We just got a bunch of good guys that are coming together right now. I mean, we've been putting up the at-bats all year. I have a lot of faith in every guy in the lineup. And I think 24 times, I mean, that's special to be a part of. I don't know.
So after the Yankees took over that win, they move on to 85 and 67. They are currently second place and 4 games back from the Toronto Blue Jays. They hold the top wild card slot and hope to catch up to the Blue Jays if possible. Over their last 20 games, the Yankees are 13 and 7, and over their last 30 games, the Yankees are 20 and 10, scoring 178 runs over the season. They've scored 178 runs which averages out to almost 6 runs per game. And they've allowed 95 runs, which is almost 5 runs per game over that span. Comparing this to the rest of the majors, the Yankees rank 13th, so just about above average. And over that span, the Yankees have 261 hits in a total of 1,020 at-bats. And in those 30 games, the Yankees have 66 home runs, which is quite a lot if you ask me. And as a team, they have a batting average of 256. For more stats over the last 30 home games, the Yankees are 16 and 14, which is not so great. But on the road, they have won 14 out of the past 30 road games. They've won 14. Over the last 30 road games, they've won 14. Going on to what how strong they are over this season, they average about 5 runs per game, ranking top among all MLB teams. They lead the MLB in team home runs of 256, with the next closest team being the Los Angeles Dodgers by 225. They lead the league in runs batted in at 766. and they have a combined team batting average of 289, ranking third among the majors. Boasting a 492 slugging percentage, ranking fourth in the majors, that really shows their ability to generate extra base hits. Despite errors and current pitching woes, the Yankees ranked sixth in the league with defensive runs saved, with an average of plus 52. Moving on, we have their star power is producing. Aaron Judge is putting up historical numbers with a batting average of 329, which ranks first in the majors. He's got 48 home runs on the season, which is fourth in the majors. And he's got 103 RBIs. His OPS, he's leading the majors by 451. He's got a slugging percentage of 676. His OPS is also leads the majors at 1.132, which is right around where most players want to be, is above one. So he's clearly putting up historical numbers. We'll get to the MVP race in just a moment. And interesting stat about Aaron Judge: 19 of his 48 home runs this season have come in the first inning. And yeah, he's putting up crazy numbers. Moving on, Jazz Chisholm also putting up great numbers last night. He's got a batting average of 241, 29 home runs, 75 RBIs, and 104 hits, which is showing that he was a great trade acquisition from the Miami Marlins, and hopefully they re-sign him when the time comes. Trent Grisham, who's been off to a white-hot start this season, has 33 home runs, 71 RBIs, and it has a batting average of 240. Now, I don't want to, cause any drama between Yankees and Mets fans, but I think that Trent Grisham is our new Juan Soto. Not going to, start that yet, but that's my personal opinion. Other valuable Yankees, we have Ben Rice, Jose Caballero, who have put up great numbers on the year. And Jose Caballero has actually been proving to be a great defensive pickup for the Yankees. And we'll get to that in a little bit, where Anthony Volpe may or may not be, losing his job a little bit, but we'll get to that soon. We're going to move on to the starting pitching, and now the Yankees starting pitching, has been okay, to say the least. We got Max Fried, who's got wins, losses. He's 17-5 on the season. He's got an ERA of 3.03, if you want to get, exact. And he's got 181 innings pitched with 169 strikeouts. Carlos Rodon has also been really good. He's 16-9 on the season, ERA of just above Max Fried's at 3.13, and has 190 strikeouts. He's been a strikeout machine, but hopefully he can last a little bit longer and not let up a lot of runs or hits. We've got Will Warren, who's got a win-loss of 8-7. He's got an ERA of 4.4. Proven to be a somewhat stable arm in the Yankees bullpen, but hopefully he can turn out to be a good starter in the future. We've got Clark Schmidt, Luis Heel, and Cam Schlittler, the young rookie who's trying to be part of that fifth Yankees starter. Doing quite well. He's got a 3.41 ERA, and hopefully we can see them, pull it out in the future. Moving on to the bullpen, the Yankees bullpen is been under some criticism recently. They have let up a lot of runs. They've lost a lot of games for the Yanks, and so hopefully they can pick that up in the later half of the season. Right now, we're going to take an ad break, but just want to thank you for being here, and we'll be right back.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, this is Anthony Carlo, TV news reporter in New York City and proud alum. If you're looking for a career in media, Iona is the place to be. From internships to real-world experience, Iona's media program is unprecedented. Take it from an industry professional who made it in the biz.
Now back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Welcome back to WIUR Radio, where I am your host, Ernest, Patti, and we're giving you a Yankees update. So far, we were just talking about the Yankees bullpen and how they've let up a few runs recently and lost a few games for the Yanks. But hopefully, after winning yesterday's game by 10 runs and the game before that also by 10 runs, even though that was a close nail biter from that was a close score of 10-9. Hopefully, the Yankees can pull it out and maybe get right the ship a little bit with the season coming to a close in a few weeks with not too many games left. So yeah, moving on, something that has plagued the Yankees a lot this season is injuries. Now, I've got a full injury report that I could give you, but some of the most notable injuries are Anthony Volpe. He has, hurt slash torn labrum. Aaron Judge with his busted forearm. Giancarlo Stanton elbow injuries and him being limited on the field due to his speed and fielding. I feel like he's used to being a DH, and maybe the Yankees are going to keep him that way. Hopefully, everyone can stay healthy so he can maintain that hot streak he's been on coming off the bench. But yeah, the Yankees also moving to their pitching have lost a lot of depth. They've lost Garrett Cole at the beginning of the season to Tommy John. Luis Hill, who is still working his way back from a lat injury. Clark Schmidt, also Tommy John. Jay Cousins, also Tommy John. And Brent Hendrick, who's got some forearm issues. And Jonathan Loizaga, who actually just was put on the season-ending IL for a right flexor strain. Now, coming from a fan, it's really hard seeing your favorite team go down after a few innings. After a few good innings of a starting pitcher, you lose that. What do you want to call it? You lose that, hope that they might pull out a win. They bring in Devin Williams, who sometimes good, sometimes not. Like last night, had a scoreless inning of relief, and then other nights when he comes in and lets up 5, and then the Yankees lose by 6. So it's not really fun seeing that as a fan, but as someone who has some faith in the Yankees, we'll hopefully see them, turn it around and maintain this streak because they're in the lead wild card spot right now, but Boston's close behind. And the AL East has proved to be a tough competition for them this season. So yeah, moving on, we have the MVP race / debate. Now, I'm impartial, obviously, because I'm a Yankees fan, but you never see a catcher quite like Cal Raleigh start hitting home runs like he has the past few months of the season. But we'll kind of compare stats, and I'll leave it up to you guys to decide who's the Yankee, or not who's the Yankees, but who should be the AL MVP. So Aaron Judge currently has batting average of 329. He's got an on-base percentage of 451, slugging percentage of 676, OPS of 1.127. He's got 48 home runs, 125 runs scored, and 103 of runs batted in. Cal Raleigh, on the other hand, a guy from a small city out west, if you've ever heard it, Seattle. He's got a batting average of 246, so quite a bit lower than Aaron Judge. He's got an on-base percentage of 359, slugging percentage of 588. His OPS is 948, and he's got 56 home runs. Now, and he's got 118 RBIs. So now me thinking like, maybe he could do it, maybe he couldn't. But when you really compare the numbers between Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh, if you were to subtract, I don't know, quick math, maybe 160 from his OPS, he would still be Cal Raleigh at that point. So leaving it up to just numbers aside, and maybe home runs aren't the best judge of character or what makes an MVP. I believe that Aaron Judge will continue to be the lead, the front runner in the MVP race I think it'll be interesting to see how the next couple weeks pan out and what the voters ultimately do decide. I know there's a lot of concern that there's like maybe voter fatigue, and who knows, maybe Aaron Judge will lose it to Cal Raleigh, but ultimately I think Aaron Judge will pull it out. So I'll leave it up to you guys to decide, but I report the numbers. I don't report facts. So, or facts or numbers, whatever. Um, so yeah, something I do want to touch on, go back to, is the injuries with the Yankees. Anthony Volpe has been an error machine. Really, he's got 13 errors on the season, and ultimately has cost the Yankees some games. Now, a lot of the times it's overshadowed by how bad the bullpen is, but really do think that uh, the Anthony Volpe, Jose Caballero conversation is kind of a tricky one. So we've got a clip from Aaron Boone on what he thinks the situation is like.
Cabby's been a really good player for us since coming over. He brings a lot of value in so many different ways. Have a lot of confidence when he's in there, when he's in the lineup. Love also having, the bench versatility and things that he brings, at different points in the game. So hopefully he can go in there and be a little spark for us tonight and continue his good play. Obviously, Cabby's been a
All right, so you just heard Aaron Boone talk about Jose Caballero and what he thinks of him. Now, over the past couple weeks, months, he's been with the Yankees. He has a batting average of 259, which is comprises of 7 hits and 1 home run. Now, in just the way he plays on the defensive side of the ball, he has not made as many errors as Anthony Volpe has. Now, granted, he comes off the bench sometimes and he'll pitch hit for, Giancarlo Stanton when he plays in right, or, Ahmed Rosario when he plays left, right? So, there is a debate to be made. Anthony Volpe, obviously, again, leading the majors in errors. Yankee fans are getting a little, annoyed with how it's going. So yeah, it'll be definitely something to see, something to keep your eye on during the offseason. And if the Yankees do make it into October and make it out of the division series and maybe the league championship series, it'll be easy. It'll be something to keep your eye on how they do until then. We have another clip from Aaron Boone last week when Anthony hurt his shoulder, and just sort of his comments on how he thinks Volpe is doing so far.
For the better part of the last 6-8 weeks, it's been a struggle. As much as we, want to get down on people in certain spots and write them off and stuff, this game can flip like that. And all of a sudden you get it rolling and get it working a little bit. And he's a really talented, impactful player when he's going well. So hopefully, we can still get him to that point.
So who knows? Aaron Boone has a lot of faith in Anthony Volpe when he's healthy. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Maybe they do make a switch permanently. Maybe Anthony Volpe comes off the bench. But personally, I don't think that's a good idea. We'll never know. But right now, we will take another ad break, and we'll see you right back here in a moment. These announcements are actually brought to you by the station themselves. If you're interested in having your voice heard, interested in hosting a show on WIUR, email our president, Robbie Basil, or come by the station and we will help get you started. If you have an announcement for a club or an event you would like to promote, email President Robbie Basil or DM us on Instagram at WIUR_Gales Radio. Yeah. So anyway, those announcements were brought to you by WIUR. Up next, we're going to be talking about the offseason and free agency. So the most notable names that are coming up in free agency are Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, and Paul Goldschmidt. Those are some of the guys that have really helped this Yankees offense and defense tremendously throughout the season. Cody Bellinger was acquired during the season, and he has a player option he is expected to opt out of, which making him a free agent. So it'll be interesting to see how the Yankees juggle the carousel that they have the for their outfielders. They have Judge that plays right permanently. Judge is not going anywhere. Signed a 9-year, $330 million contract over the offseason last offseason. And Cody Bellinger, probably one of those players looking for he's already in his 30s now, so he's probably looking for a 6-year, 200 plus contract. So it'll be interesting how the Yankees play that market. They have Stanton still on contract, Judge again on contract, and it'll be funny to it'll be something to keep an eye on. As they also have Trent Grisham, who came over in the Juan Soto deal last season, and it'll be interesting to see. He's put up record numbers this entire season, and are kind of looking to make cement that outfielder position. So it'll be funny to see where they put everybody. If they're going to just have them keep rotating left field, right field, center field all the time, and switching it up. Or yeah, and if they bring Paul Goldschmidt back, they need a first baseman. They have Ben Rice, who is a first baseman sometimes, is a catcher sometimes. And then that also brings up, what are they going to do with Austin Wells? Are they going to keep Wells, who's also a catcher only? So it'll be interesting to see how the Yankees switch up their lineup and what they do with the position players coming up in the offseason. Now, bringing it to the pitching staff again. Devin Williams was a major trade acquisition last year and is one of the relief pitchers that they thought was going to be their primary closer. Now they had Luke Weaver, who seemingly was their closer during the World Series in that great playoff run. But he's going to hit free agency soon. And are they going to want to bring back the guy that they come in and that they bring him in certain situations where they're looking for an out, 2 outs, and sometimes doesn't get the out. Maybe sometimes gives up 1, 2, 3 runs. So it'll be interesting to see how they juggle that. Jonathan Loaiza, who's also a valuable member of the bullpen, has a team option for 2026. So does he opt in? Does he opt out? He has been banged up previously and hasn't been on the mound much this season. So it'll be tough to see what they do with him. Luke Weaver, also one of those players that has a contract renewal that will end at the end of this season. Luke Weaver, again, has been one of those relief pitchers, and they've kind of flexed him into the relief closing role. And it kind of seems like they don't know what they're going to do with juggling those players. So it'll be interesting to see. And then another few names: Paul Blackburn, Brian Yarbrough, Tim Hill, guys that have been in the rotation for a while and aren't really sure, how the Yankees are going to juggle keeping them. Like they just acquired Camilo Doval. Who else? They just required Fernando Cruz and David Bednar. Those were trade deadline acquisitions, and those guys are all under control for the next couple of years. So, do they stick with these guys? And if you've been watching the past couple of games, they've been kind of in and out of success, where they'll bring in Bednar, and he'll come in and he'll get the last 3 outs, and he'll be their main closer. Or sometimes they'll bring in Camilo Doval in the bottom of the 9th, the top of the 9th, to maybe get them to the bottom of the 9th, and they end up giving up a couple runs. So it's kind of annoying to see that all we want is consistency as fans, and we're not getting it. And so It'll be interesting to see what happens with Aaron Boone too. Will he be our manager next year? Will we have somebody else? I do think that there will be a few managerial spaces open after this offseason. And it'll be, something to keep your eye on if Aaron Boone returns or if he ultimately gets the boot from the Yankees organization. Now, just keeping an eye out going further to the playoffs. They're probably going to be playing the Red Sox, maybe if the Red Sox can maintain that wild card position, and hopefully they make it to the World Series again. We don't know if the Yankees will be able to make it past the opening round. The Blue Jays look pretty good. They've been on a hot streak recently. I know they lost to Tampa Bay last night, and in no dire position whatsoever. They hold the top position there, and ultimately gave the Yankees a big whooping, as well as the Detroit Tigers, who kicked the Yankees around a lot, putting up 12 runs and 11 runs in two separate games. And, playoffs, the Yankees last year made it by the skin of their teeth. So it's going to be a pretty interesting few weeks, and we'll likely see what happens with the Yankees and the rest of the MLB coming up. And yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully the Yankees do find a way to keep mainly most of this core team around. Aaron Judge is a big role model for this team. He's the captain, first captain in a while, and bringing back a lot of these guys would hopefully cement another run in 2026 to maybe see another pennant race. And yeah, as fans, we've been winless in the championships for a while. We've gone quite a long time since seeing a championship ring, and one of those things people like to bring up are the disparity between the Yankees championships and all the other teams. The Yankees have won most of their championships before free agency was the thing. So it's going to be quite interesting to see these next few weeks and months and how they do. And yeah, I think that is it for your Yankees update. Catch us back here next week for the next update, and we'll discuss what the playoff picture looks like in more depth. For WIUR, I'm Ernest Patti.